Hey folks, welcome back to Love is Strange. So anyway, we bought her the Ghost of the Shell figurine. I can't wait until the scene where I pull it out. Anyway, so Victoria's all like, I almost thought you bailed on me. You're kind of my ride home, Victoria. I can't exactly run and leave. Victoria's irritated expression caves, and I breathe easily. Easy, whatever. My stomach also grumbles again, surprising us both. Instinctively, I blush again, and I find myself grinning sheepishly in her direction at the shocked little glance she's giving me. Not that I'm not having fun, but I'm totally ready to nosh on something. Where do you want to eat? Wait, you want me to pick? Oops, that must have come out more shocked than I thought. Victoria's full of surprises today, so I can't help it. I wouldn't be asking if I didn't. She scowls at me lightly and crosses her arms, the bags shifting on them. Just pick already, won't you? There's something about the way she says that leaves me feeling warm, and I rub at my own armor nervously, leaning back on my heels. Well, I know this place down the block. They make some pretty cool crepes. Victoria presses her lips together and then nods slowly. Fine, whatever. Lead the way. For the first time this morning, I do. Let's get some crepes. By the time Victoria pulls in the Black Road parking lot, it's already nighttime. Damn, spending a day with the Bay! Which means we spent pretty much the whole day together. That's actually pretty weird. I mean, it's not every day you get to hang out with the queen bee of Blackwell. With absolutely no problems or anything. I actually had a really nice time. Shopping with Victoria was still pretty grueling on my poor heart and my wallet, but aside from Victoria's gift, it's not like I bought anything pricey. Victoria made sure of that. It's because once you get past the damn needles, she's very generous. Just thinking about it makes me feel a little off, but not in a bad way. Kind of in a really confused way. Or really worried, mostly for Victoria's health. She wouldn't normally shop for a beat-down hipster, would she? But the more time I spend with her, the more I see she's not as terrible as she fronts. As she parks the car, I peer over at her. She's tapping her nails against the steering wheel, seeming a little distracted. Or maybe not really distracted, just more like lost in her thoughts. Maybe she's thinking along the same lines I am. For once, we might be on the same page. No, really, we might be, because now that I'm listening to whatever's coming out of the radio... Is that Sid Matters? You actually listen to them? What? What? Victoria straightens a little in her seat, glancing over at me. So she was distracted. Nothing, just surprised you listened to that. Aren't they a little hipster for you? I can't help but take the opportunity to tease her. It feels right, even if Victoria could probably tear into me at any given second. Victoria stares at me, and then huffs. Watch yourself, Max. I'm just saying, I listen to it. And you know, I'm kind of a hipster. At least according to you, and all your other Vortex Club friends. You mean friends. Sure, Victoria. Victoria narrows her eyes. It's almost fun to rile Victoria up. She gets super defensive, fishing for the best insults. Well, usually. Lately, I feel like she's really been toning it down. First of all, you're not kind of a hipster, you are one. Don't compare me to a spectacle like you. Secondly, the door's open, you know. Feel free to get out. Because it's not like I'm keeping you trapped in here. That's true, but I can't really go yet. Not until I give her this present. I know, I have a really good reason for not leaving yet. Unless you're kicking me out. Victoria furrows her brows and turns to me, interested. I'm actually not. So is that an invitation to stay? I rub at the back of my neck. For some reason, the question makes me nervous. It's probably just because I still have to give her her gift. I don't even know if she's actually going to like it. Victoria stares at me and rolls her head to the side. I guess. But before I have to deal with whatever nonsense you're going to come up with, Max, let me at least get a little comfortable. I don't understand what she means by that until she leans forward, pressing down on some button in her car. Oh, I breathe out in some half-surprised exhale as the roof of Victoria's car literally starts sliding back, exposing the night sky to us alongside the gleam of the parking lot lights. Let me just set the mood, Max. Anyway, I've been buying you stuff all day. I like you. Arrgh. I crane my neck back to watch the rest of the convertible ceiling roll back, feeling almost stupid I didn't notice it before. Of course Victoria would have something super fancy like this. It stops with a click, and I blink a few times, shaking my head. I look back to Victoria. I don't know when she got them out, but she's now holding a carton of cigarettes, hand halfway down to pick at one. Don't sound so surprised. Sorry, you just caught me off guard. Victoria gives me a small laugh, a half scoff. Most people are. All she does is light up her cigarette and take a long drag of it. Victoria reaches up next to her and, oh, she's bringing the seat back, just so she can lay down. She looks so comfortable, it's almost surprising. I'm left wondering if I should do the same or not. If you're going to stay, don't just sit there like a dork. Lay down and look down under the stars with me. Not that I like you or anything. She gestures to my seat and I carefully follow suit, my hands fumbling to find the lever to push the seat back. Before I can get comfortable, though, she clears her throat. And just make sure no one is coming or something. What, you can't be seen with me? She smirks. Maybe. I roll my eyes, but I'm not exactly too offended. Leaning up on my elbow, I check for any familiar figures in the surrounding area. It's just us. I don't see anyone out there, not even one of the security guards, which is probably for the best. I don't exactly need David grilling me about this. Even though I'm not entirely offended, it still makes me wonder. Am I seriously that bad? I frown, rubbing at my arm. I kind of feel like I haven't really been too on par with Victoria today. It hasn't been too terrible, but I definitely feel like I could be doing better. What? Victoria hesitates. Oh, God, don't get like that on me. If it makes you feel better, you're shockingly not as terrible as those god-awful selfies you take. That doesn't make me feel any better. I groan quietly. Thanks. Either I'm confident that no one is milling around. After I'm confident that no one is milling around, I settle back down against the leather seat, flopping onto my back. The coast is totally clear. Victoria hums with approval. Since I've got nowhere to put my hands, I rest them both on my stomach. The yawns! Staring blankly at the sky. So, are you going to let me in on whatever you're planning? I stiffen up slightly, biting my lip at the reminder of the gift in my bag. I wasn't expecting you to actually remember. Are you kidding me? My memory isn't that awful. I slide one of my hands over to my bag, shrugging weakly. Yeah, but my gift probably is. The thought is kind of depressing, but Victoria is watching me warily, eyes starting down to my bag. Okay, it's not a bomb, is it? Very funny, Victoria. Victoria doesn't ease up at all. She's still watching me intently. She even turns to face me, leaning on her elbow and everything. I like that mental image. In spite of myself, I smile a little at the sight. So? Spit it out already. I guess it's now or never, not that I really have a choice. Earlier, when we were shopping and you bought me that outfit, immediately Victoria looks a little peeved. Are you going to bring this up again? I already told you. Can you actually let me finish? I cut her off before she can tell me to forget about it. She narrows her eyes, taking a long drag with no further comment. I got you something. You did what? Victoria seems like she's at a loss for words for just a second. Even after I specifically told you you didn't have to worry about paying me back? All I can do is shrug my shoulders, fingering the strap on my bag slightly. I just wanted to say thanks. I didn't really expect that. It was a really nice gesture, and it's not like I got you anything big, just a little something. Victoria averts her gaze, covering her mouth with her hand. All right, fine. What is it? It's now or never, Max. You can do this. It's just Victoria. I sit up a little to reach into my camera bag and pull out that dorky figurine I managed to find earlier, all neat and boxed up. I seriously have no clue what it's even from. All I know is that the girl in the box looks pretty tough, wearing a leather jacket and holding some sort of pistol, I think. Looks pretty futuristic. Either way, I hand it over, and Victoria's gone impressively silent. Victoria? That... Where did you get that? There's this odd urgency in her tone, and she takes it from my hand so quickly I jump a little. A store? I saw it, and I thought you liked this kind of stuff, so... Wait, excuse me? You thought I liked this kind of stuff? Yeah? Uh-oh. I have a feeling I'm not supposed to know about this. Did Taylor, open her huge mouth or something? Victoria questions, turning the box around in her hand, and I tense up. I don't answer. Sorry, Taylor. I send a silent prayer to her. Before I can come up with anything, Victoria just turns and crams the figurine into one of the plastic bags. Whatever. I guess I should just thank you for the dorky thought anyways. Huh. Now that the weight of that whole situation is gone and Victoria hasn't kicked me out, I take the chance to press my head back against the leather seat of her car, closing my eyes and resting my hands back against my stomach. I don't hear Victoria move, but that's fine. All I can hear is her smoking next to me, and the radio blaring softly with another Sid Matters song. This is definitely how their album's meant to be enjoyed. Score. It's oddly relaxing, just sitting here in Victoria's car with the wind brushing over us. I know we're just at Blackwell, but here it kind of feels like we're in our own little world. Just us and the music, laying down underneath the night sky. Max? It's Victoria who breaks the silence. I don't mind too much, really. I turn my head to the side, opening my eyes to look at her. She's on her back now, one arm behind her head, the other hand over her mouth. The cigarette tucked between her fingers is just about out. And I wonder if she's going to light another one. Did you... Victoria starts to say something, and I see this crease between her brows as it tapers off into an unintelligible mutter. Huh? What was that? Victoria blows out a breath through her mouth, all smoke. It's distracting. Never mind. It was something entirely stupid. I bet it was something entirely gay. All it does is make me even more concerned. Victoria doesn't usually censor herself, at least not this openly. God, my nose is itchy. I bet it's not. It is. Come on, Victoria. I say stupid things all the time. I think I'm winning, because Victoria's lips form an amused smile at the words. That's a good point. My words, my nose, my words in my nose. She shuts her eyes briefly, expression falling again. Fine. There's a beat of silence, and Victoria sits up briefly to throw a cigarette outside on the pavement. Did you have a good time? Oddly enough, that's the last thing I expected from her. There's that crease between her brows again that I could easily have mistaken for concern. Or no, I think it really is concern this time. It's because she likes us. I almost forget to respond, the idea making me still with surprise. Huh? That's it? The muscles in Victoria's jaw stiffen, and she shoots me an annoyed glare. What do you mean that's it? No, nothing bad. You were just kind of acting like it was something worse. This time I'm positive it's not the moon playing tricks on me. There's this flush on her cheeks. It might be from anger, but I'm not totally positive. I'm not totally positive about a lot of things, especially regarding Victoria. Yeah, I did. Why are you asking, or did you? Yeah, I did. Let's answer the question. Like, let's be straightforward. Well, yeah, I did. I just wasn't really expecting any of that. That's it? There's this dip in Victoria's voice that surprises me, and I lilt my head a little at her. Huh? Victoria chases her shakes. Victoria shake, chase, cough. What? I'm sorry, I just my brain. Victoria shakes her head and says nothing for a second. Forget it. I can't just forget it. Not when it seems like she doesn't believe me. She has to know I'm telling the truth. I really did. I had a really good time, Victoria. I'm not surprised it's a shock, though. We didn't really used to get along, right? I have to stop myself for a second there. Didn't used to get along? Does that mean we're really getting along now? And it was actually really fun to see you do your whole fashion thing. Victoria's watching me cautiously. Does she not believe me? After a second, I see some tension drain out of her bunched up muscles, shoulders falling back against the leather of her seat. Thanks, Max. I try. No problem. It's worth it. Just to see how relaxed Victoria is. I couldn't have imagined she'd be so worried over something so small. Victoria finally sits up, though, bringing down her mirror and brushing at her hair. We should probably go back inside before Wells finds us and starts bitching. Or even worse, Madsen. I laugh a little at that, taking the initiative and pulling myself up too. David can be a pain in the ass, yeah. Victoria stops fixing herself in the tiny mirror. Do I want to know why you sound so familiar with him? Maybe not. It's a long story, or just a bunch of tiny ones. I could never resist getting into shenanigans with Chloe, after all. Victoria just shakes her head. Weirdo. I don't want to hear about your weird escapades with our security guard. Ugh, don't put it like that. Victoria flashes me another award-winning smirk, and then picks up her purse. Hurry up already. I like to sleep by a reasonable time tonight. Victoria's already way ahead of me, taking a hold of the bags behind us and leaving me to pick up whatever's left over. After everything we've done today, I actually can't wait to get into bed too. Oh, I gotta get into bed too. Victoria, my queen. Thank you so much for watching. I am so happy to finally be doing Victoria's route. This is so great. I hope to catch you in the next episode, whenever that's coming up. Anyway, mwah. See ya.